Hello everybody. Today I will show to you top 10 best universities in the world. All the universities in the ranking clearly deserve a place here, as evidenced by their national reputations, as well as by their appearance in other existing rankings. Accordingly, the result is a ranking that focuses on the preeminent factor that ought to be used to gauge academic merit in the first place, namely, the combined influence of a school's faculty across fields of study. The result is a ranking immune to gaming because it is based entirely on the footprint of key researchers and scholars on the web, not just in terms of some broad popularity measure such as number of Google search results, but by measuring their strength of association on the web with the topics in which they are supposed to be expert. But our ranking also offers some genuinely new insights. All the usual suspects are there, to be sure, but their order may seem counterintuitive. Number 10. Cornell University. Located in Ithaca, New York, U.S. Cornell University is a sprawling city of science that almost seems out of place amidst the rolling upstate New York countryside surrounding the village of Ithaca. Typically, schools numbering in the tens of thousands are integrated into much larger cities. Thus, Cornell in many ways has both the character of a quaint college nestled in the woods and the endless opportunity characteristic of urban centers. But Cornell is not limited by its beautiful campus. It runs one of the nation's leading medical schools in New York City. It is also among the most active schools in seeking out international connections. In 2001 it started the first American medical school outside the United States, in Qatar, and continues to develop strong ties with China, India, and Singapore. Cornell is building itself into a transnational hub of intellectual inquiry. It has also developed multiple interdisciplinary research centers in nanotechnology, biotechnology, genomics, and supercomputing. Moreover, the university was the first to build entire colleges for hotel administration, labor relations, and veterinary medicine. Number 9. Columbia University. Located in New York City, New York, U.S. as the fifth oldest school in the United States and one of the colonial colleges, Columbia has a lot of history. That history has created an internationally recognized elite university with a $10 billion endowment and a library with nearly 13 million volumes. This school, which once produced America's first MD, now graduates nearly 1,400 doctors per year from one of the world's most well-connected medical schools. Columbia is spread across 5 distinct campuses in the New York metropolitan area. As the leading school in New York City, its students have numerous unique opportunities that only proximity to Wall Street, Broadway, the United Nations, and other epicenters of business, culture, and politics can bring. Columbia's ideal location simultaneously gives its students the chance to interact with various other respected institutions such as New York University. 96 Columbians have won a Nobel Prize, making it third in the world in that coveted category, after Harvard and Cambridge University. It has also produced 29 heads of state, including 3 U.S. presidents. Columbia also administers the Pulitzer Prize. Number 8. Johns Hopkins University. Located in Baltimore, Maryland, U.S. Many of the schools in this ranking were founded amid humble ambitions. They may have begun as small colleges or places aimed primarily at religious instruction. In contrast, from its very inception its founders wanted Johns Hopkins to be at the forefront of scientific discovery. That is one reason why the school has blossomed into the elite vanguard of research that it now is. The university operates what is widely regarded as the leading medical school in the world, and has received more extramural National Institutes of Health (NIH) awards than any other medical school. This is also why it receives more federal research funds than any competitor. But Johns Hopkins is much more than just a medical school. The university at large also receives more federal research and development funds than any other school, which helps further its prestigious School of Advanced International Studies, Carey Business School, and Whiting School of Engineering. The faculty include 51 American Academy of Arts and Sciences Fellows, 61 Institute of Medicine members, 28 National Academy of Science members, and 4 Nobel Prize winners. Number 7. University of Oxford. Located in Oxford, England, UK Oxford University traces its origins back to the 13th century. Like the other great medieval universities, it was founded by Catholic clerics. Catholic clerics who espoused a philosophy that combined Christian teachings with the doctrines of Plato, Aristotle, and other ancient and medieval thinkers, which came to be known as the philosophy of the schools, or scholasticism. However, Oxford evolved with the times, surviving down through the centuries the manifold changes wrought by the Renaissance, the Reformation, the Scientific Revolution, and the Enlightenment, to grow into one of the world's most impressive centers of learning. Today, just as 800 years ago, Oxford's name is synonymous with knowledge and learning. Its high reputation is well earned, as is evidenced, among other things, by the fact that the school runs the world's largest and most prestigious academic press. Oxford University has its own offices in over 50 countries. 1 in 5 people who learn English worldwide do so with Oxford University Press materials. This international appeal explains why almost 40% of the student body comes from outside the UK. Over 17,200 people applied for 3,200 undergraduate places in 2014. But despite many hundreds of students willing to pay tuition, and centuries of accumulated assets, the school's highest source of income continues to be research grants and contracts. Oxford's academic community includes 80 Fellows of the Royal Society and 100 Fellows of the British Academy. Number 6. University of Michigan. Ann Arbor, Michigan, U.S. With 50,000 students and 5,500 faculty spread over 3 campuses, the University of Michigan is an extremely large research university with the expansive alumni networks that such numbers grant. Students have 17 distinct schools and colleges, roughly 600 majors, over 600 student organizations, and a staggering 350 concerts and recitals annually to choose from. The pleasant college town of Ann Arbor was listed as the #1 college town in 2010 by Forbes magazine. The university faculty include Pulitzer, Guggenheim, MacArthur, and Emmy recipients. The school's alumni have produced 14 Nobel Prize winners and 1 Fields medalist. Michigan also runs one of the world's largest healthcare facilities, gives its students first-class computer access, and utilizes a library with over 13 million volumes. It is little wonder why the school attracts students from all 50 states and over 100 countries. Almost half of the student body graduated in the top 5% of their class, and 2/3 graduated in the top 10. Michigan puts more students into medical school than any other school in America. Number 5. University of Washington. Located in Seattle, Washington, U.S. Washington's $2.968 billion endowment combines with 56,000 students paying state school tuition via a combination of 3 campuses and distance learning. This makes the school a profound research center available to the masses. Located in Seattle, the school runs several highly respected professional schools in medicine, engineering, business, and law. But unlike many schools of its size and caliber, Washington does not forget about its undergraduates. They enjoy a low 11-to-1 student-teacher ratio, participate in an annual undergraduate research symposium, and boast an impressive 93% freshman retention rate. The school has launched multiple prominent social research centers such as the Diversity Research Institute, the Center for Women's Health and Gender Research, the Institute for Ethnic Studies in the U.S., and the West Coast Poverty Center. Washington has produced 35 Rhodes Scholars and 7 Marshall Scholars. The school spends some $331.4 million on research annually, and has 24 small business development centers and 4 research and extension centers to help further statewide agriculture. Number 4. University of California, Berkeley. Berkeley, California, U.S. Berkeley is unique among the elite universities of the world. Most of the schools it competes with are privately owned, but Berkeley is a state school with the elite status of a private school. The school is nestled in a pleasant city of the same name within easy commuting distance of San Francisco. With over 42,000 students, Berkeley is large for a school of its status. Such an impressive selection of talented students feeds its over 350 degree programs and produces more PhDs annually than any other U.S. institution. Student research is encouraged as each year 52 of seniors assist their professors in their research. Berkeley draws students from over 100 nations. During the previous decade, the National Science Foundation granted its students more graduate research fellowships than any other school. The school's faculty, who benefit from a more than $4 billion endowment, include 42 members of the American Philosophical Society, 108 faculty Fulbright Scholars, 31 faculty MacArthur Fellows, and 30 Nobel Prize winners, 7 of whom are current faculty members. Number 3. Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. Located in Cambridge, Massachusetts, U.S. in the century and a half since its beginning in 1861, MIT has become the world's preeminent science research center. MIT is known for a focused approach that uses first-class methodologies to tackle world-class problems. This pragmatic creativity has produced legions of scientists and engineers, as well as 80 Nobel laureates, 56 National Medal of Science winners, 43 MacArthur Fellows, and 28 National Medal of Technology and Innovation winners. Nevertheless, the school's more than $10 billion endowment still leaves plenty of room for the arts and humanities. That is why MIT's University Press can publish 30 journals and 220 academic books every year. Since 1899, the MIT Technology Review has continuously researched developing trends in the industrial sciences and other related fields, making their publications essential for anyone trying to understand where future innovation is headed. Notable people affiliated with MIT include Apollo 11 astronaut Buzz Aldrin, founder of modern linguistics Noam Chomsky, former UN Secretary-General Kofi Annan, and former Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke. Number 2. Stanford University. Located in Stanford, California, U.S. with an $18.7 billion endowment, Stanford has access to numerous world-class research resources. The school's 1189-acre Jasper Ridge Biological Preserve lets scientists study ecosystems firsthand. Its 150-foot radio telescope, nicknamed the Dish, enables studies of the ionosphere. Stanford also boasts a 315-acre habitat reserve, which is trying to bring back the endangered California tiger salamander, as well as the SLAC Accelerator Laboratory, which actively advances the U.S. Department of Energy's research. Furthermore, Stanford is affiliated with the prestigious Hoover Institution, which is one of the leading social, political, and economic think tanks. But it takes more than just great laboratories and facilities to build a great research center. Stanford also has some of the finest minds in the world working for it. The school's faculty currently include 22 Nobel laureates, 51 members of the American Philosophical Society, 3 Presidential Medal of Freedom recipients, 158 National Academy of Science members, 5 Pulitzer Prize winners, and 27 MacArthur Fellows. Number 1. Harvard University. Located in Cambridge, Massachusetts, U.S. Harvard University is the standard by which all other research universities are measured. No school in recent history has challenged its position as the world's premier academic institution. It is the oldest school in the world's richest nation, and has capitalized on the benefits this grants. Under financial guru Jack Mayer's management, the school's endowment grew from $4.6 billion to $25.8 billion in 15 years. Today, the school possesses over $35.7 billion and its fortune is still growing. But there is more to Harvard than massive wealth. The school has produced 49 Nobel laureates, 32 heads of state, and 48 Pulitzer Prize winners. It boasts the largest academic library in the world, leading medical, law, and business schools, and an alumni network integrated across the globe. Not only is Harvard dominant across a broad spectrum of fields, it is also ideally situated to work alongside. The most obvious example is MIT, situated at the opposite end of Massachusetts Avenue in Cambridge. However, the Greater Boston area is also home to Boston College, Boston University, Northeastern University, Tufts University, and Brandeis University. Some 60 institutions of higher learning, all in all. This equips both students and faculty with endless opportunities for collaborative research.